right, folks, despite the decline in road fatalities so far this year, the National Road Safety Council, the NRSC, continues to raise concern about the number of deaths on a yearly basis. Vice Chairman of the NRSC, Dr. Lucien Jones, joins us to discuss, and I just found out something about Dr. Lucien that I didn't know all along. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, Bertis.
All the very best to you and yours for the 2026. So we're at what, 19? 19
precious lives.
At this time last year, we were at 28?
28, yes. So some progress, but early days.
It's still...
19 too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we lost one yesterday, didn't we?
We lost a foreigner from Norway, a pedestrian, who, based on the police reports, was crossing the road. We're going to wait on better particulars, but she died yesterday. Very unfortunate. It's about the third foreign national we have had dying in our country in the last month or so. And this is one of the realities that people who come here, they have to deal with what Jamaicans deal with all day long, road fatalities. A big, big problem. One of the things last night as I prepared for this program, Bertis, and I want the whole nation to think about this very carefully. Because you have a set of people saying, and then people are killing themselves on the road. No, it's not just so. The people who died last year, 58% of them, of the 374, were between the age 18 and 49. That's your workforce. That's your development. So it's a serious developmental issue. The cost of the healthcare system for the injured, the grieving and the dying, big problem. Communities are grieving this morning again. Way back in Norway, in Jamaica too. But when you lose consistently so many young people in your country, you affect your development. And we have spoken about this, that you lose potential between 4 to 5% of your GDP year after year because of road fatalities and injuries. And we just got through Melissa, wipe out 40% of your GDP in one day, 4% year after year. So as a country, civil society, private sector, the state, you need to put road safety at a priority, at the same level of murder. We're carrying down murder, thanks be to God, but we need to pay the same attention to road safety. And unfortunately, this has not been so.
Yeah, I drive and you see accident hotspots, and I know what that means, that many accidents happen in that area. But why? Why is a hotspot a hotspot?
And hotspot is, as I say, not just accidents, it's because of people dying there.
Yeah, but what is that round a corner? Is because what is the reason?
It's all over the place.
No, that's my point. But
yes.
It's not everywhere you put hotspots. So
no.
There's
so
one.
we put hotspots, for example, Westmoreland is a hot parish. Lots of people die in Westmoreland. Lots of motorcyclists die in Westmoreland. You have a phenomenon which is, I don't know if anywhere else in the world it happens, where motorcyclists meet head-on. It happened about 3 times in Westmoreland last year. The year before, you had many more. Last year, because the media said it went down. In Kingston, central Kingston, a couple of days ago, 2 motorcyclists met head-on. That is madness.
No, I understand, but I'm not certain if I get in the answer why it is called a hot spot.
No, so there are two issues. There are two issues.
Yeah.
So a hotspot really is a place designated by the data where you have crashes and injuries and deaths. That's one story. The second story is that the reason for these hotspots
which is what I want to know.
1, with the roads, you have potholes.
Yeah.
2, with people who are speeding.
Okay.
3, with pedestrians who are walking across the road carelessly. There's data coming from Dr. Kerry Fletcher in St. Anne's Bay Hospital. There was a presentation, we had a planning meeting last week, Thursday. A lot of those who are injured, pedestrians, crossing the roads, are doing so carelessly and were found to have been drinking alcohol up to 3 hours before an injury took place and were found to have been smoking marijuana. So Dr. Fletcher is now saying, in the same way that we are dealing with drink and driving, we need to put in place measures to test for marijuana, both for the drivers and for the pedestrians.
Yeah.
We have a problem in this country, Bertis.
Yeah. There are so many different things. I've said this so many times that by old JBC there at South Odeon Avenue, so you're coming up by the fire station, coming straight up to Halfway Tree. And when you get there, I have the green light, I'm going straight up Eastwood Park, and there are people crossing. I have the green light. So really you should be crossing when the people are coming from lines, when they're coming around the corner. Right. The road safety says you should stop and allow them. But if I have a straight line and I have a green light, why are you crossing at that time? And if I don't stop, the amount of thing I hear about my entire family, like I am the person that's wrong.
Yeah.
So I say that to say this, because there's so many different things. But if I ask you to put your finger on one reason why we're having so many accidents, so many deaths, could you?
Well, it's not one reason.
I know, but...
So in road safety, there's no silver bullet. We speak about the safe systems all the time. The reason why we're having so many deaths is because you have unsafe roads, people are driving at unsafe speeds, you have unsafe road users. Data coming from Ministry of Health, Dr. Tamo Davison, last week Thursday, of those who were injured in 2024, 18% of women and 20% of men who were injured were not wearing a seatbelt. They're not buckled up. There's a phenomenon in this country where you believe that if you drive in a car, you don't have to buckle up in the back seat. That's madness. You need to be buckled up both in front and in the back. And we need to get this across time and time again to our people. When you go into a car, buckle up, whether you're in the front or in the back. If you don't buckle up in the back, when a car stops at 80K or 110K, you go straight into the windshield. Mm-hmm. So that is something we need to correct. So we have unsafe drivers who are driving under the influence of mind-altering substances, including alcohol and including ganja. I'm tired of hearing patients tell me about going into a taxi, and the taxi man has a big head spliff of ganja in his mouth and a glass in his hand. You know what's special? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't drink, by the way.
Well, that one thing's now. So boom and alcohol. It's a dangerous combination, and people are smoking and drinking and driving. It's madness. So we have unsafe motorcycles, so we won't wear the helmet. 80% of those who died last year and the year before, motorcyclists, were not wearing a helmet. So we have formed a National Helmet Wearing Coalition for the express purpose of getting certified helmets on the heads of all motorcyclists. Most of those who are dying on roads are motorcyclists. If you can drive down a number of motorcyclists who are unsafe road users, train them properly, make sure that they don't speed, get them to wear their helmets, we can make a huge difference in this country.
Yeah. I said at the top that we had 28 at this time last year, or 19 now. Yeah. If it continues like this, how much are you going to get?
Well, the police have targeted a 20% reduction, but a lot of things have to happen for that to be realized. And one of the things that we've been talking about consistently is the fact that the Road Traffic Act carries a sanctions regime. And part of the sanctions regime is the demerit point system. It's not working, it needs to work.
Why it not working?
Well, that's a big problem. Two things. One is a policy issue, which I think has to be settled at Cabinet at some point in time. And there are some technical issues between the Ministry of National Security and the Ministry of Transport. And unless that is working where you can remove errant drivers who persist in breaking the law, then we're not going to have the kind of results that we're hoping for. So the merit point system is a must. And we need to get it fixed, and fixed like yesterday.
How would it work?
Well, it works that if you break the law, if you run through the red light, and you do so several times, or if you speed and police catch you, you get a ticket. The merit points are attached to your license. And if you exceed 12, you can be suspended for 6 months. The license can be suspended for 6 months.
Can be drive. Or will be?
Will be, if the demerit point system is working. And we can get those who are persistently breaking the law off the roads. And if we get them off the roads, we can drive down a number of fatalities in the country. So that's the big elephant in the room.
And you kind of find that most of these accidents is because of speeding also, isn't it?
Majority. And the data is very clear, it's not as Jamaica. Worldwide data from WHO, if you reduce your average speed by 5%, you can drive down fatality by 30%.
Wow.
That's huge numbers.
Wow. So
huge numbers.
So slow down a little bit and we save.
Just slow down and live. Reach home safe. Listen to Damon Marley. Reach home safe. But we have to slow down in this country. We're going too fast and going nowhere and dying needlessly.
What do you know about Damon Marley, Dr. Jones?
Oh, you mean I live in Jamaica, man? What are you talking about?
Good analogy.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, too.
All the very best.
All right.
Vice Chairman of the NRSC, National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucien Jones. When we come back, we have the second edition of News in 5. Stay with us, please. Soon come.